Okay, guys, this presentation is going to just be on the basics and just an overview of how the 63 works. A little background of the concepts. Actually, a lot of detail on the concepts and how they work. When I was going through and making this presentation, there's a lot to go over just to get the kind of the feel for where my mindset was on how I started running this, and then how it kind of evolved. And I wanted to present all that just so you could kind of get a feel for how this whole defense came about, and the way we use it, and my vision of how I get it implemented with my kids. So there was a lot of content in here. For the most part, you don't need everything in here to install the defense, but I wanted to give you all this information just so that if you do use it and you do start to run it, you can kind of get an idea of why we do things the way we do as far as the concepts behind it. This presentation is going to have a lot of carryover, obviously, for the next 2 or 3 presentations, specifically on the front 5 and the front 6 and the back 5, along with the coverage, because that entails everything about what we're discussing here tonight. But I really wanted to tonight to really just go over the big picture of the 63, how we use it, specific things we're trying to do with our kids, along with some of the new things that we've been using for 3 or 4 years that I've really not been discussing online, because like many of you, I've got some of my opponents who hang out at Dumb Coach now that I didn't know about a few years ago. But I slowly learned as I was sitting in coaches' clinics and officials' meetings. So I just decided to keep quiet about it. And fortunately, this last year was my last year in the Dallas Parochial League. So that's just because I took on a new position at work that is a big promotion for me. So I'm traveling quite a bit. And then my little boys, who are 6 and 4, are starting sports full time really now, so I want to be more involved with their sports. So I don't have to worry about opponents right now, so I don't mind divulging everything that we were doing with the defense. So I'm kind of going to discuss some of that stuff, and a lot of this, actually everything in here, is really a precursor to what's coming out in the updated version of the 63 defense. And if you've got any questions at all, guys, just fire them away. If I don't catch it, Rob will let me know that there's a question out there. I get going sometimes, and I'll forget to look down at the chat box to see that you have a question. So, in a nutshell, the basic concept of this defense is to keep the ball on the opponent's side of the line of scrimmage, which is really every defense. But, I mean, we stress this to the kids that we do not want the ball to cross the line of scrimmage if at all possible. And the big part of that is we do not want the ball to run north-south. We stress this in all the drills. We stress this when we start teaching concepts, that the big thing we want to do is we want to force the ball to go east-west. We feel that, or I feel, that if I can get the ball to go east-west and I can keep it going east-west, I can run it out of bounds. So everything we do is based on this premise. The other thing is we just don't ever want to give up a big play or an easy score. And at the youth level, obviously the sweep play is the biggest play that scores the most points off of big plays. I mean, the sweep, whether it be the quick pitch or the power sweep or the toss, whatever they want to call it, often it entails their fastest kid getting the ball and getting on the edge. And the reason for that is simple, is that they're dealing with less defenders if they can get past the line of scrimmage and on your perimeter. So we don't want to give up that big play. The second biggest play is the deep ball down the sideline. And we don't want to give up those 2 plays. I feel like if we can stop those 2 big plays and we can force an offense to move down the field methodically, that we can win that game against them. And that's just because I feel like I'm a good enough coach, and I teach good enough scheme and technique, that at the end of the day, if we can take away all the big plays and force them to eat up small amounts of yardage and go down the field, that we can win that game against them.